Good morning, everybody. It's a wonderful Wednesday and it's the 20th of January and no one gave me any suggestions for the title, so I just decided it's going to be a wonderful day. So good morning to Wonderful Wednesday. And as promised, here's Darcy, I was going to say, but she's not coming up just now. She's been trying to get on my lap for ages. It's my son's beautiful Vizsla, Darcy, or affectionately known by me as Princess Darcy. She thinks she's a lap dog, but she's now looking at me and will no doubt interrupt this live video. But anyway, that'll keep us all feeling wonderful. Here she comes now. You coming up? There we are. Look, who's that there? Look. Oh, there's everybody there. Yes. So feeling wonderful is about feeling good about yourself, and this doggy makes me feel good about me, don't you? Yes, I know, we've been a long walk this morning. It's going to be a wee bit difficult. She's now actually trying to get on my lap to actually be my lap dog. This is going to be impossible, Darcy, isn't it? Right, I think we should get down. Right, everybody, do you want to see everybody? Look, you need to look in the window. Look in the phone. Right, I will get on with cheering everybody up. You cheer me up, Darcy. We'll give that. There's Lynn, a wee wave there. So, back to today. Feeling wonderful, I'm talking about, is feeling wonderful from the inside, not more makeup, although maybe I should have a bit more, and I can't wait to get maybe the hairdressers back on the go, because this hair's getting longer and longer. Anyway, I'm going to share some simple tips and techniques to make you feel wondrous. Now, I mean, these are just simple techniques because those who know me, I'm not keen on jargon, I'm not keen on long academic words or confusing rules and things. So not certainly at this time in the morning anyway, and during the ongoing pandemic. The power of the mind is stunning. So more powerful than you can ever imagine. Now, you're not alone in feeling emotional just now, emotionally dazed, confused. And of course, when there's no crisis, that happens as well. So however, with positivity and hope, you can bring harmony and peace to any situation. And there's joy ahead. Even if it seems elusive just now, there is joy ahead. Remember, you can't change anyone else. The only person you can change is you. And there's Danielle saying, hello, Darcy. So if you're surrounded by negativity and living with negativity, it's really important that you use these simple techniques. You will feel better about yourself. Your posture. This has a lot to do with confidence. And there's psychological research out there, but all you need to know is that when you stand or sit, not stiff, but with your back erect and your shoulders back, you'll feel more confident. You know, you can even just do a simple exercise. If you kind of slump, you feel a wee bit sort of washed out. Up here we would say whap it. But if you just pull your shoulders back and feel a bit better, stand up straight or sit straight, you feel taller, you even look slimmer, and of course you feel more self-assured. When children are young and they're maybe taller than the rest of their class, I've got a granddaughter that's like that, and they want to be the same height and they kind of start stooping, and it's just so that they want to appear taller. So try and show them, don't do that, just stand straight and be confident, and you will feel confident. Don't worry about other people. And in fact, we're all different sizes until we reach the right size we're going to be when we're an adult. A mirror exercise is another thing. I've talked about this before, and it's always difficult when I talk about mirrors and ask people to look in the mirror. And you think, oh, this is a bit scary. But you're actually, yes, it can be scary, but you should be alone. Just take yourself off to a mirror alone. Nobody needs to be watching you. But when you do this exercise in the mirror, it's about, not judging yourself. The tendency is when you look in a mirror, you start looking at all your flaws. I mean, I know I do. I look, oh, my nose is too big, my forehead's too big, my hair's too, straggly, whatever. We start to look at all our flaws. And of course, you even look at flaws that might not even be there. So what you need to do is look at yourself as if you were looking maybe at a child or a close friend or someone you love. You accept them the way they are. So you need to do this. So look in that mirror and say to yourself an affirmation. That's the A of my ABC. I accept myself the way I am. And you can continue further and go, I am beautiful. I love myself. All these things make you feel good. And still in front of the mirror, I think what I do is I ask you to focus on something you like about yourself, not something you don't, and there will be something. Sometimes we're reminded of what's beautiful about us. I was bullied earlier, and it tends to be around my nose, so I can get hung up about that. But I remember I was on a train, and I must just have been looking round, but someone opposite me said, "You've got beautiful eyes, you've got beautiful blue eyes." And of course, I thought, that's something I can focus on in the mirror and take it away from any of my flaws. But don't wait for someone else to tell you how beautiful you are. So it really is, let your eyes gaze on something about yourself that you like, and your mind and your brain kicks into action then, and you really feel good about yourself. Now, there's research on this, but we don't really need to go into all of that. Just know that it actually helps. And remember, I think the Anthony Hopkins, the phrase I used for him when he was used by him when he was talking to graduates at their graduation, he said, believe, believe, believe. Even if you don't, just believe. When we're children, there's often things we hate about ourselves, and I've often talked about this, like maybe when I was younger, my red hair, I was called carrot tops, it was really orangey red. Now, I wish I had that red hair, and I did post up, I think, a profile of me with my red hair, and one of my grandchildren said the other day, "You'd really wild red hair, what happened to it?" And I said, well, this is kind of how redheads go. I think sometimes it looks grey, but apparently it goes blonde or whitish blonde when you're a redhead. So love what you have at the time, because these things grow. Have you ever had, your hair's straight when you're younger and your best friend's got the curly hair and you wish you had it, and vice versa, they want straight hair, so there's often, it's like the grass is greener, do we want what someone else has? Don't. Just you look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. Don't compare yourself to pictures of, celebrities and social media. There's so much of that around. I think young people get taken in by all of it, and lots of them could be photoshopped. We don't know. So they start looking at things, I wish I looked like that. Just dump that kind of thinking and just be yourself. And of course, support networks, having people around you, surround yourself with positive people. Don't surround yourself with people who criticise you or criticise themselves. If they're criticising themselves, it tends to get you thinking that way as well. So you need to remove yourself from these kind of people. And of course, if there's negativity and conversations around you where even people talking about themselves, I don't like this about me, I don't like that, remove yourself. Just excuse yourself from the conversation and take yourself off to another room. I often say, just go to the little room, sit at the edge of the bath or whatever, and just take a moment to do the ABC. It works wonders. Of course, another tip, and I bet you all know what's coming, is smile. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Smile. I mean, you'll feel good, you'll be more attractive. And of course, there's research on facial expressions, but we don't need to go into all of that. All you need to know is that a smile lifts the muscles around your lips, around your eyes. It just makes you feel and look younger as well. And it's got that ripple effect. So when you smile, everybody around you wants to smile too, or they just feel good. And you get a kind of happy mood boost. And of course, people smile back at you. And it costs you nothing. It's just so, some of these tips are so simple, but they work so effectively. Breathe, and there's Darcy, what she wants. She's wanting actually attention now, They give it unconditional love, doggies, and absolutely adore them. But of course, they also want attention as well, particularly if you're focusing on something else. At least she's not barking at the moment. I can't say the same about Danielle. I know she's there. About some of the doggies, you know, we're on. And in fact, I was listening to a YouTube video. It was interesting that it was a business video. And I thought it was almost hysterical that as the lady was talking on her business tips, there was a dog and a baby and everybody was going on behind them. You could hardly hear what she was saying. It was fun, but I maybe didn't get the information she was wanting to bring across. Do you hear the whining there? A wee bit? I want attention here. She'll just have to wait. So the next tip is breathe. And I see there's adverts on the TV, there's news about it all the time, and as if it's something new. Breathing I've been doing this for years. And again, I'm like a broken record, but not your shallow breathing. It's got to be from the diaphragm, and practice it. Watch a baby sleeping or a dog sleeping. And when they sleep, as they breathe in, their tummy goes out. So that's what you've got to do as you breathe in. I'm not moving my shoulders at all. My diaphragm and my tummy is going out, so it's like you're blowing up a balloon. And of course, it's so effective because it calms you, it relaxes you, and of course, it also energizes you. So take a moment throughout the day, all the time, just to take a deep breath. In through the nose, hold, and then out through the mouth. And I noticed there's another, I think it was an ad this morning on for mummies. It was a mummy blog or something, that when you're getting annoyed or the child won't go to bed and there's tantrums, your reaction, if you get uptight, they even get more uptight. Now, I'm not saying I was the best mother. Probably I did a lot of shouting, but they were saying just take a moment to breathe. So it's interesting. It really works across everything. Stop worrying about everything. Goodness me, we've got a choice. We could worry ourselves. They say you can worry yourself to death. You actually can. You know, it's just ridiculous. But we're hearing so much negative news. So try and you've got a choice. Just say to yourself, I have a choice. Be courageous. Take that leap of faith. And there's no more hiding, no more being afraid, and no more self-doubt. Because embrace change. Change happens all the time. And change is wonderful. I mean, even tragedies, yes, it's awful when tragic things happen, but you can look at them in a different way. And I mean, people might not like their marriage. They might be afraid to be alone. They might hate their job, but they don't know what else they're going to do. The funny thing is that change happens all the time, even without you doing anything. So if you can't find your favourite sweet, or a loved one dies, I mean, it's from small things to huge things. You've got a choice. You can choose to step forward towards the change. And I know, because I lost my loved one, my son, that he wouldn't want me to be miserable all the time. I need to remember the happy, wonderful memories. And I know that there's people watching just now, they'll have lost loved ones. Yes, you want them back, but you can't have them back, and you really need to honour their memory. To me, it is that, by just thinking of all the beautiful, wonderful things in your memories. So life changes, and this brings me to a fabulous topic, which I'm so excited about, and so is Danielle. I need to mention, life changes just like the seasons change. So the Mind Bites meditation today is called Changing Seasons, and it's very apt because the exciting news is we're having a virtual signing of the book Changing Seasons of Life on Friday the 29th of January at 7 p.m. Now, Danielle and I, we've been posting up news about it. There's a beautiful photo of Danielle with me beside her. No, I've got to say I am beautiful. Definitely spanning the ages, but you'll get perspectives from the very young and the not so young. No, we're both young. I'm young in mind because I know people like Danielle. So we've written short stories, but Danielle, I think she had a bit of self-doubt to begin with, but in fact, she's a very talented poet. And she can just churn out, you ask her to do a poem and she's suddenly got this poem written and it's a rhyming poem, and it's absolutely fabulous. Mine are a wee bit more abstract, and my stories actually are my personal life experience. So the stories about me as a child, but they're written as if I was a farm animal. So you'll have to really use your creative mind. But it's an interactive Zoom call on Friday the 29th. So watch out for posts. Please register for the event. I think we've restricted the numbers, but I think we can take on more people. So you'll hear, hopefully I'll say a bit of a story and Danielle maybe give a bit of her poem, and then we'll see how we reach that stage. Because the book is not just about us. I've left blank pages for gratitude lists, for writing your the lists that you want to do in each of the seasons, and it's like your creative journal, and it's so close to my heart. Creativity is just amazing. Creativity builds resilience, and I know that you've not to be afraid just because I've written a story or Danielle's written these fabulous poems and think, oh, I couldn't do that. We all have a book in us. We all have poems in us. We all have stories to tell. And things don't have to be perfect. It's what is coming from your heart. And if that raises people's spirits, absolutely fabulous. And this event is free. So another free thing to kick off January and take us into the new year, into the rest of the year. So we'd like this to, I think actually within days of the publication, we sold out the first raft of kind of books. So you'll need to pre-order, and of course get a signed copy. So please do that. And of course, if you've joined the Mind Circles community on my website, mindcircles.co.uk, you'll get a newsletter. I think it's going out today with a link to registering for the event. So you can't stop age, when I work with younger people, I think that keeps me young, but we all get old, some get sick, some lose what's dear to them. These things are not within our control, sadly. So you can be frightened of life, angry at life, but the choice is yours. Why live in fear and anger? Why not embrace all of life and all the changing seasons? And the book opens with a saying by my gorgeous son Bruce that I lost. He said, going to get emotional now, but he said, but we all need space. Take a journey from here, where reality is disregarded in favour of dreams. And I'm using my red door, blue door there, or I might have been falling about a bubbling or a greeting, which is our crying in Scotland or Glasgow. So for today, the ABC is the affirmation, I am wonderful. If you feel that's going a bit too far, you can say, nature is wonderful, nature is wondrous, or I am positive. And the B for breathing, and then of course C, the changing seasons. So if you'd like to join me in doing the changing seasons meditation, then we need to obviously get ourselves comfortable, not stiff, but just back straight, feet on the ground so you're grounded, and then close your eyes. And I want you to close this meditation. Actually, it helps you. It helps you face change when you need to, and change is happening all around us. So it's very, very good for these changing times, really. So I want you to close your eyes, and I'm now my nose is running. I might have been about to cry there. Anyway, taking a deep breath in through the nose, we close our eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose to the count of 3. Hold for the count of 3. and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Now imagine yourself in a lovely garden. There are beautiful flowers all around. Take a moment to admire the glorious colours, the beauty of nature. Imagine your favourite flower. It can be anything. It's your favourite flower. Smell the scent of your favourite flower. Feel the softness of the petals. Now imagine the garden in changing seasons. Spring, when nature comes to life. Warmth is in the air. The sunlight is helping the buds to open, and the leaves to turn green. The world is coming to life. Warmth is in the air. Now imagine summer. The heat of the sun shines down. The flowers and trees and leaves are opening further, lifting their heads and the petals towards the sun. Imagine autumn, when the leaves are turning from luscious green to golden yellow and russet red. Take a deep breath in and just breathe in the air, the pure air of nature. Now imagine winter. The air seems crisp and clean and clear. Light snow falls and there's like a dusting of snow on the ground, like icing. All is quiet. All is peaceful. Now imagine each of these seasons, and you can take yourself to each of the seasons when you want or need. Now take a deep breath in through the nose, hold, and then exhale through the mouth. Now open your eyes and say to yourself, slowly open your eyes and just say to yourself, I feel positive in body and mind. I feel wonderful. I am confident and I can face change calmly. And then, of course, you just yawn and stretch your arms or whatever. It's a very short meditation, but it can actually just take you into that peaceful moment. And of course, remember, laughter is the best medicine. Try and find a funny moment in every day. It really boosts your mood and you will feel wonderful. You will feel wondrous. I'll be back on Friday, and if you get any suggestions for titles, then please post them up or private message me. And if I choose your title, you can get an hour call with me to chat about anything you want, confidential, and don't forget to look out for the posts on the virtual signing of the book. That's next Friday, not this Friday, 29th of January at 7 p.m. But I'll remind you, if you don't mind, I do like being repetitive. Lots of these things are being repeated. Anyway, I'll be back on Friday, this Friday, at 10 o'clock again, and then Monday and Wednesday. I'm doing these 3 days a week at the moment. And if you have any topics at all, just message me and I'll see if I can weave my magic, the creative magic into whatever the topic is. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I need to give a wee wave to these people, I think. Never sure what that means. But thank you for watching and listening again. And virtual hugs to everybody. Have a fabulous day. Okay, bye just now.